Every medicine that reaches patients in the United States must pass through one of the most rigorous regulatory systems in the world, the review process of the US Food and Drug Administration. But what actually happens after a pharmaceutical company submits its application? Behind the scenes, a structured and time bound process begins, designed to ensure that every drug is safe, effective, and manufactured to the highest quality standards. This journey unfolds across three critical stages: filing review, substantive review, and the final regulatory decision, often communicated through a complete response letter. The process begins the moment a new drug application or NDA is submitted. At that point, the regulatory clock starts ticking. The first milestone is the filing review, typically completed within 60 days. This stage acts as the FDA's initial checkpoint, but it is not yet a deep scientific evaluation. Instead, the FDA is asking a simple but essential question: is this application complete enough to be reviewed? During the filing review, regulatory experts assess whether all required components are present. They verify that clinical study reports, non-clinical data, and manufacturing information are included and properly organized. They also check whether datasets meet technical standards and whether the submission complies with the Electronic Common Technical Document or ECTD format. Even small issues such as missing sections, incomplete datasets, or formatting errors can affect the outcome. At the end of this stage, the FDA makes a clear decision. If the application meets expectations, it is officially filed and the process moves forward. However, if critical deficiencies are identified, the FDA issues a refuse to file decision. This means the application is not accepted for review and the sponsor must correct the issues before resubmitting. A refuse to file outcome can cause significant delays, making this stage a crucial quality gate in the entire workflow. Once the application passes the filing review, it enters the most intensive phase, the substantive review. This is where the real scientific evaluation begins. During this stage, multidisciplinary teams at the FDA conduct a comprehensive analysis of the drug. Clinical reviewers examine trial data to determine whether the drug is safe and effective. Statisticians validate the reliability of the data, while pharmacologists assess how the drug behaves in the body. At the same time, chemistry and manufacturing experts evaluate whether the product can be consistently produced with high quality. This phase follows timelines established under the Prescription Drug User Fee Act, commonly known as PDUFA. Under PDUFA, a standard review typically takes about 10 months from the filing date. For drugs that address serious conditions or unmet medical needs, a priority review may be granted, shortening the timeline to approximately 6 months. But the substantive review is not a passive process. Throughout this phase, the FDA actively interacts with the sponsor. They may request additional data, seek clarifications, or raise potential concerns. In many cases, the FDA conducts inspections of manufacturing facilities to ensure compliance with good manufacturing practices. Advisory committee meetings may also be held, bringing together independent experts to evaluate complex applications and provide recommendations. Every detail is examined carefully because the final decision directly impacts patient safety. As the review timeline approaches its end, the FDA prepares its final decision. If all requirements are met, the agency grants approval, allowing the drug to be marketed. However, if issues remain, the FDA issues a complete response letter or CRL. A complete response letter is not a rejection, but it is not an approval either. It is a formal communication that outlines the specific deficiencies preventing approval at that time. These deficiencies may include concerns about clinical effectiveness, safety risks, manufacturing problems, or labeling issues. The CRL also provides clear guidance on what the sponsor must do next. This may involve conducting additional clinical studies, generating more data, improving manufacturing processes, or revising labeling information. Once these issues are addressed, the sponsor can resubmit the application. The FDA then reviews the resubmission, often under shorter timelines depending on the extent of the changes. While receiving a CRL can be challenging, it plays a critical role in maintaining regulatory standards. It ensures that no drug reaches the market without meeting strict requirements for safety, efficacy, and quality. The FDA review process is not just about timelines, it is about trust. From the initial filing review to the detailed scientific evaluation and final decision, every step is designed to protect public health.
Subscribe to MedPharma Global on YouTube. Get the latest medical and pharmaceutical updates. Click the subscribe button and join our community.